Alrighty, audio should be functioning. Let me test the audio. Because I'm using a new set of wireless headphones. Oops. So I don't know if that will function for the purposes of this stream. It should though. Oops. Bada bing. Alright. Alright. Audio should function now. I don't know if it will. I don't know how high quality it is, but I do know that we do now have audio. Alright. Alright. So I have a orc and a Kriegsman to paint. Gonna start off with some base coats, as one would do. Starting off with what is this? Night Lord's Blue for the trench coat on my Krieg. This guy has the plasma gun. He's the gunner. So I got the Kill Team starter box that comes with the Krieg and the Commandos. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So far, I've painted the Krieg Sergeant, the Orc Sniper with the scoped Big Shoot, I believe it is, and the Squig, as well as a just a bog standard infantryman for the Krieg. So I'm gonna paint plasma gunner and the just a normal commando. The recipe for the Krieg is still trying to get it down. I have a few models to test on, but yeah, for the wash stage, I just do one coat over my non-metallic colors, and normally it's 2 parts contrast medium to 1 part basilicon gray. But today I'm going to try out to do 2 parts contrast medium, 1 part Agrax Earthshade, and 1 part basilicon gray. Because I feel like it needs to be a little dirtier with brown tones. So that should work. I would probably just end up using Rattling Grime if I had it, because it just looks like the perfect tone for what I want. Kind of a gray brown. Then I'd obviously thin that down with contrast medium, as you know, contrast is very heavily pigmented, but kind of at the flow of the wash and all that. So yeah. And then I do a 2-step highlight for the trench coats, which would be the Fang and Rust Gray. It gives a really nice result. Very clean. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the audio is functioning pretty well. It's not working how I want it to be. It says that I'm being really quiet. So yeah. If anybody decides to watch this stream, you'll have to let me know in the live chat, because I just I can't quite tell with the streamer stuff that it gives me on my screen. Also, do you like how clean my wet palette is? It's so clean. It's so nice. There's totally not just a bunch of paint on it. That's several days old. I think this is everybody's wet palette really if they don't have a bunch of parchment things pre-made. I burned through all mine and I don't want to go make more. A little bit lazy in that regard. I'll eventually get to it though, as I eventually get to all things. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun getting all these guys together. The Krieg were a lot easier to put together than I remember, as I bought the Krieg when they first came out, January, early January last year when they came out to buy separately because I really like the look of them. I was tempted to actually get Forge World Krieg until they came out with the plastic Krieg. So I picked up that. But then again, I was just using super glue at the time. I didn't have access to plastic glue, so that's probably why I remember them being a lot harder to put together. Yes, I am. Welcome, welcome, Mr. Rat. And also the just normal commando. And I'm rambling on about Krieg too. So yeah. Today will be a great stream. I got it all set up. I got some Sprite. It's gonna be great. How is you still in school? Sadly, I already drank my Sprite cranberry. We yeah. We actually saved one for like 1 year. Saved it all the way since last year. But then I drank it this oh, awesome. I'm back at school. I came back this yeah, this Monday. So I've been doing school with that. It's actually pretty fast. Today I completed all my LA, my language arts, which was nice. It's been pretty good so far, school wise. Coming up on the end of the semester, which is awesome. I will I should be finishing I don't know, I'd guess on the 20th, somewhere around there. Yeah, definitely. I just powered through. I had to do a bunch of different lessons and all that. Anyways, how's your day going? Oh, good. Glad to hear. Painting any ultramarines? It started 9 minutes ago. Just started it. So you're actually first viewer. Oh, that's the wrong paint. There we are. Oh, good. Good. It's not very hard first. I'll only get like, I don't know, 5 views max out. That's like my world record. It's 5 views live. I don't, as I'm a very small channel, I don't get much viewage when it comes to streaming, but on normal videos, I get a decent amount. So kind of ranges on what type of video I upload. Anyways, I was rambling on before you came. I was rambling on how the Krieg are actually a lot easier to put together than I remembered, because I only had access to super glue, and it's very hard to put anything together with super glue because it dries so fast. It gets all your fingers and gets your whatever wherever you're working at all messy. Would not recommend it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Now I'm doing Thunderhawk blue for his pants. Okay, so how it works is, yes, it's actually divided into three parts. Okay, so there is a leg, there is the main torso, and a part of the trench coat. It's like the back half of the trench coat that's kind of behind them, and then there's the third piece is like the front half of the trench coat that would go like right here around the waist and right there, and that might have the second leg. It kind of depends. You'd have to look up photos of the sprues since I already built them, but yeah, they're actually relatively easy to put together. They have a lot of options. There's only one guy that has to be a normal guardsman. All the others can all be specialists, kind of like the orcs. You only have to build two normal commandos, but the rest can either be a commando or a specialist. I obviously build all the specialists. Yeah, I would try to get better. Yeah, I think the Cadians are a little weird. I prefer a nice trench coat. I think it looks super awesome. So I'm gonna need that, and then we're gonna need that. Yeah, in a sense, actually, yeah, nice trench coats that go down pretty far on the back half. So now I'm going to move on to Corvus Black for any black details. This includes his boots, his gun, and the tube running off his gas mask into his satchel, kind of a thing. Any other black details? Then Carrick Stone for any of the khaki. That will be his bedroll and his what are they called? Putties. I believe the term is a putty, something like that. I don't know. The wraps around his legs. And then I'm using flat brown for any of the brown details. They actually fly by pretty fast. As I bring them up to a high standard, they actually go very fast, surprisingly. Unlike the orcs take a while since they have all the different materials. Like, you can't just do the shirts and the pants the same color. You have to do different colors, and then they have all the different metals and all that stuff. Yeah. All the other ones can be a specialist. So here, let me grab the instructions. At the very end, this guy has to be a normal Krieg with a las gun, but all the others can either be different specialists, whether that be a gunner, a hardened veteran. There's what else do we have? Zealot, comms, medic, demo guy, sniper, spotter, all those. Yes, the orcs are actually. And it takes a while. It takes quite a while. Like this guy, I've already showed you him on Discord, But that guy took a while because of all the different materials. Like we have straps, which are just all the different colors. They take so long to paint, but they look pretty cool. Now what do we? All right. Oh yeah, orcs are very awesome. I do like to look at them. Oh, but I have a question. How's the audio? Is the audio okay? Because I don't know if it's okay. I can't quite tell since I haven't gotten to stream with this headset. Okay. Well, I don't know how to fix that. Maybe I don't know. One of these days I'm gonna buy an actual microphone so I can just kind of have it set up right there for streaming. Yep. Just gonna have to deal with it. But I don't think it's too bad. Yeah. As long as you can understand me decently, then I'd say it's doing all right. Yeah, well, if I decide to actually invest in a microphone, nothing expensive, just like a $30 one off of Amazon, for example, should do pretty well. And spilt a little color, so now we need to just tidy that back up really quick here. While I'm at it, I'll apply another coat, as it is just a hair bit transparent. Do you see the model teasers on the GW? Yes, I saw that. I think that might actually just be Snickrock. I think that they're just saying that they're going to bring back Snickrock. That's what it kind of looked like. They might have redesigned him, but he kind of had the pose of like kind of hunched over with go grab another knife. Give me a second. Kind of had the pose of what it looked to me anyways. Kind of like this with both the knives like this. Kind of looked like that. I don't know. It'd be cool if they redesigned Snickrock, as his model is relatively old. But if it's an assassin orc, I'll also be happy. At first, yeah, no, but the muscles and the body structure is more orc-like. So, also, I wonder what the Primaris unit is. It looks like he has like a big gun. Well, it doesn't look like it. He has a big gun. The Space Marine. That would be interesting for 10th edition. I hope it's something. I think it'd be kind of cool if it was like grav guns of some sort. Like we got the Primaris Devastators. Those are the guys with meltas, heavy melter rifles, and that's kind of cool. But yeah, definitely think it'd be interesting if we had some grav units. That's what I at least hope for. I don't think it will be, as it doesn't really look grav related. It almost looks like a net gun to me. That's kind of what I think of when I say it's a net gun, but I don't think that that'd be any that would actually happen. I think that we're supposed to get some I watched like a Valrak video and I'm pretty sure that he said we might be getting some Primaris Terminators or a redesign on the old Terminators. I think he said something along those lines. So that'd be kind of cool. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I hope that happens. I hope that happens. That'd be so cool. I don't know if I'd be able to afford it since they're really expensive. But yeah, Space Hulk. I know what you're talking about. But that would be super awesome to have the a redesign on the Terminators for Kill Team, and then redesign on the Gene Stealers, which are like what? They're like old as dirt. I think everybody wants that, like a Space Hulk esque Kill Team box. I definitely like it. Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure the 10th edition starter box from again Valvrak, so it's not a guarantee, of course. It's only known until official is when GW says what it is. But it's supposed to be Space Marines, of course, versus Tyranids. That's what he said. That's what his whatchamacallit sources say. That it looks to be Tyranids versus Space Marines. So that'd mean range refresh. Kind of like who got it? Necrons. Since their models were old as dirt, then they got a massive range refresh. Pretty much everything got a refresh. New units, refresh on old, all that stuff. Yeah. He said that it's like gonna be Blood Angels, I believe is what he said, which would be just. It obviously won't be like chapter specific icons. It'd just be how the heavy metal team would paint them up, but that'd be change. Either way, I'm happy with it, as I think that Ultramarines are cool. Space Romans, all that. Yeah, 10th edition, that's pretty neat. And next year, I believe the Old World is supposed to come out, which is like Age of Sigmar, but the end times didn't happen, so it stayed fantasy. That's actually cool. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. I personally am not really, as I like the Stormcast Eternals, but they might have some cool Kharadron Overlord models. Um, that would be really cool if they got some new Kharadron Overlord models. But the oh, did you see the new Kharadron Overlord model that's supposed to be commemorative series on what's it? February and like for February? Yeah, Sigmar. It's interesting the lore. I watched a couple videos on it. Personally, I prefer 40K, but yeah, it's so cool. He's like holding a miniature boat of the Ironclad, which is their the flagship model, which is like it's like $130 model, but it's big, right? But he's literally holding it like a miniature, like me holding this guy. He's holding it like a miniature on his side. It's super cool. An absolute power, yes. Here, let me pull a picture up on my phone so I can get the specifics on it. And the current Admiral model for them, it looks pretty cool. But I think this one definitely looks a little bit better. So I might be getting it. The Leagues of Votann guys, I'm not fully sold on it yet. He just kind of looks pretty bland. I mean, he's just holding up a storm bolter like this and holding a sword like this. Anyways, yeah, that guy. I'm not too sold on this one. He's a little iffy, but I think this guy's really cool. They're just holding the boat as a miniature, and then he can also be holding his helmet. They look awesome. The Votann Pioneers, I believe this specific term. They look awesome. I really like them. So I have to agree with you on that one. They're definitely one of the best models in the range. So yeah. Anyways, back to painting. I'm going to take a break from this guy and move on. Well, you can, personally speaking, I think, unless it's orcs, the model shouldn't be too beat up in the actual design. It should be, when you paint it, you beat it up, right? Like, with like a brown paint, for example. Personally, I think that's the best way to go, is to have the painter damage it with either paint, or they can just take like an X-Acto knife and scratch it up. At least that's what I think. Because then what if you want a clean model? What if you want to do like a fresh off the factory kind of a look for your army? Which is generally how I like to do it. Because I like clean. Clean looks cool. Yeah. Because let's say orc model. It's all beat up and that's how they're supposed to be, right? But you can't really make an orc vehicle look clean because it's already all beat up and scruffed up in the design process, which is how it's supposed to be. And if you want a clean orc vehicle, then you should not be collecting orcs. That's not how they roll. But yeah, I think that the Votann are pretty cool in general. About my favorite faction, I like Space Marines, Orcs, Krieg. I don't really care for the Cadians much, but I do like Krieg. And the Valhallan are pretty cool. Excuse me, just the Sprite's making me burp. Oh, sheesh. I don't know. I feel like the Tau are just fine how they are, because it's the Tau, like model wise. Oh no. Oh, sheesh. I just got a bunch of paint on my shirt. Let me get that off. I don't know though. I don't model wise, no. Lore wise, I'm pretty sure they already have a lot of races, so I'm gonna have to say no on that. But if you're talking about models, definitely not, because it's supposed to be the Tau army with the Kroot small amount of Kroot models, and then the actual main of it are the Tau themselves. Currently, I'm using Auric Flesh base paint to do the skin on this lad, as I find it to be the perfect tone. I'll obviously do some different tones to add a little variation. That's what I like to do with my orcs. But yeah, definitely really nice. I'll mix it with Vallejo Buff to get my highlights. Turns out into a nice warm green color. I like the almost like a little bit desaturated green, not the full blown like warpstone glow and all that. That's just what I prefer. I think it's a little more realistic and nice. Just better looking, more pleasing to my eye at least. Less gaudy, I suppose. It's a little bit transparent, this auric flesh, so it definitely requires 3 thin coats, but that's generally what I paint is 3 thin coats because I find it has gives you a perfect opacity everywhere and allows for a smooth coat, very nice smooth uh, what would be the term? Smooth appearance, I suppose. Very smooth coat either way. But yeah, I thin my paints down a good bit. Generally, 2 parts water to 3 parts paint. So there's just a little more paint than there is water. I guess I don't want to be working with inks. But and I still want to have a nice smooth coat that isn't too transparent. Smooth paint. that isn't too transparent. And after this is all done, I will apply I'll water down a Colia green shade and apply that into the recesses. I don't want to use Colia green shade out of the pot as it's very a little too strong, and I prefer to do like a couple passes with it to build up that nice deep recess definition. And it also just flows into the recesses a little more easily. All right, 140. I'll probably cut the stream at 2, so that'll be what, almost 2 hours. Which I think is a good time. A 1 hour stream is enough to the point where I think I have done a decent stream lengthwise, as well as yeah, don't want to tire myself out or anything. Doing several hour stream as I have things to do. I do not have things to do. That's a lie. After this, after I do end the streams, I will see the audio, check on that, and see if it is what it's like. I can't quite tell what the audio is like on actually streaming. I would like to turn up my make it so it's more sensitive, but I don't know how to access that. Because no matter how loud I talk, it is only going up to 1 bar, decibel wise. So I will have to check on that and see if I can change that around. It appears I've been texted. But yeah, The this box so far is pretty awesome. The terrain is nice. I like it. Comes with everything that you need. It comes with the rules, die, range finders. 'Cause it uses unique. It goes by shapes, which are equivalent to inches. It'll go like move to square or whatever. But yeah, it's really nice. Comes with 2 books: the Recruit Edition book, which is just like which gives you everything that you need to play, but a more basic kind of a thing. It kind of walks you through it, and then the core rules, which is obviously more complicated. But also, Recruit Edition has some basic missions. So far, I've played the what is it? First mission, which is called Mobile Engagement. It's 4 Krieg versus 3 Orcs. It's pretty interesting how it works. Very fast game in the sense of how long it takes to play, which is nice. The rules per for your operatives, your dudes, relatively simple. About as simple as 40K. There's a little more to it, but it's not like overly complicated where it's actually hard to understand. All you need to do is read the Recruit Edition book, and that tells you absolutely everything basic wise. Then if you want to get into more complicated things, there's the Core Rule book to read. But yeah, overall it's pretty awesome. I've had a lot of fun just kind of reading through it. I haven't gotten to read all of it yet as I've just been painting, but yeah. All right, well, it is not 2 o'clock yet, but I will cut off the stream here. It's 45 minutes. That's good enough in my book. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next video.